Win 18. Three's the mic.
You must be dreaming.
Kill. Shift. Watch the shift.
Check inside.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Escapes the defender. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yellow.
I got it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
15.
56, the mic, boys. 56.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Pick it up. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. After you. Mike 56. Mike.
Easy.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
630.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Hey, exit.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 27, Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow.
56 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
56. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
43.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Stay with your man.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Motion.
Hey, 57, color.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Get ready. 319. 53 is the mic. I got you. Check 13. Teammate. 13.
On first down, here's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike. 319. Stop. Hey, check 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. This is Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A nice little juke. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Hey, let's go. Interception all day.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Hey, that's all okay, baby. Your shot. Hey, take your shot yourself back to Howard. Shot yourself back there.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Yellow.
Silver. Motion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to go up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, 57, 57. SOS.
They'll run here with Mack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, 88.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
56.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes flushed out right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Forced out, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Jump out! Hey, we're not going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
Now Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike,
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. That was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Escaping the pressure right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Mahomes again. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Their drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Eluding the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
He's not going to get me.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Saints
Let's
take
go,
over
boys.
1st
Bring it
and
up.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Rodgers. It's caught. Cooper. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's complete right around the 8. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 56.
Mahomes throwing on 4th.
Here I come. Here I come.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
To throw is Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Watch the screen.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
24, Saints 21.
So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yellow. All right,
Mike's 56.
15, 15.
I got you, son.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Vikings, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire